Good morning. Back to it. Took a rest. Took the weekend to rest. Slept in today, but we're getting back to it. Feeling good. Got rid of the numbers. Feeling too anxious. I know in my head, just keep going. I'll do like milestone updates. But I had to drop like looking at the numbers. Even the day was giving me anxiety. So just stick to running from the police here. Nice, not super sunny, but the sun is out right now. Lots of snow here in Michigan. I was bad over my rest days. Thank you, WJ. Another morning in. Getting it in. Thank you for the constant support. Oh, here we go. The sun's coming out. My clothes are fitting better. So every day, as long as I get on, my legs feel better. Resting was definitely the smart thing to do. My legs were like feeling locked up. I didn't want to like hurt myself. And I was like, maybe for my rest day, I could lift weights and like do body weights. I was like, no, just take a full rest day off. So we did it, 43 days in a row. Ring a little bell for myself. 5 days is still really, really good. So that's the new schedule. 5 day, Monday through Friday. Get it in. I've got a vacation scheduled in May. Going up north. I'm excited. I'm like hyper focused on that. Today's President's Day. Got a little staycation. Also, you can see my Shrek wall. And you'll notice the stream was down. So yeah, no music, no Shrek wall. You know, the music was royalty free. And I did all the things that Chill Hop told me to do to avoid getting taken down. And still got taken down. And then I was like, okay. When was that last stream? Yeah. I contacted them on Thursday. I was like, here's all the things I did. and the stream still got taken down, and they haven't gotten back to me. I like messaged them on multiple things, so that's why there's no music. YouTube's copyright system is just way too aggressive. So until I get an email back that's like, you are on the whitelist, I might still just not be on it. I might just delete my account for that. I get such a sour taste in my mouth. Now my account has a strike on it. So annoying. Voodoo Lily here, starting to smell like meat. I'm working through the meat. It is starting to flower. You can't really see it, but it was just like the size of an almond when Ellen originally got it. And now it's this tall. It turns into like a weird tree thing. If you Google a voodoo lily, you'll see. It's very interesting because when it first starts to, grow out of the soil, it looks like a different plant, and then it looks like a different plant right now. And after it flowers and blooms, it'll look like a different plant again. It's like identity crisis the plant. Oh, that's cool. I can see some of the plants are triggering the green screen. I was like, what is that? That is very funny. I was like, what the hell is that? I saw like a flickering light in the window. Just gotta stick to it. Close my eyes, mind on the goal. Had a nice little break, but don't break the routine. Still got a good morning routine. I'm up right now on my day off. I'm trying to fix the routine too, because I have been a little later to work. So I'm trying to fix the routine by waking up a little bit earlier so that I can be all showered up and ready to go. I think that'll fix it. I wish I could train my body. I don't know why. I don't know how, but like, whenever I first wake up, I have to go to the bathroom. If I could just hold that off until I get to the office, I feel like I'd have so much more time in the morning. And I need to stop. I scroll. I doom scroll. I TikTok scroll. That adds like 15, 20 minutes. I wish I just had like an EMP charge in the bathroom. And if I pull out my phone, it's just like, boo. You cannot use electronics. I feel like my bathroom time would go down 1,000%. So I was thinking of funny things to have me running from. And I had like Buster Keaton and a cute dog and I was like, that's interesting. That's funny. I had like Chucky. So I was like, I want something that scares me. Like seeing the cops are right behind me, it triggers something like primal in my brain to just run. Oh yeah, I'll get like a tiger or a T-Rex or something. I'll make a perfect GIF loop of the T-Rex from Jurassic Park chasing after Jeff Goldblum. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let's see if I can ban people. There we go. Cool. Ding dong. Nice to know the viewers for money bots are still out there. That's not how you grow as a channel. It's so funny. That's like it's so prevalent because so many people do it, but it doesn't help you to grow your channel whatsoever. It's just like a fake number that makes you feel good. I've seen people with like millions of followers. It's like, you clearly bothered for these. And then they only have like 10 viewers. It's like, what happened to your million viewers? It just doesn't. I get it also, though. Because you're like, man, can I just get one viewer? I mean, maybe inflate my... It's until you get your like first regular viewer, I feel like, where the temptation is really high. And I feel like that's most people just starting out. You know, your friends stop watching after day one. Everyone supports you day one. And then like you're doing it again the next day. And all your friends drop out, maybe even week one if they're really good friends. But it makes sense. It's not for them. You're trying to find your audience. A lot of people I know in real life don't watch Twitch whatsoever. They don't even have the app installed. Some people don't even know what it is. When I tell them it's something outside of YouTube, they're like, I'm never going to use it then. They're like, I don't play video games. I go, there's other things. It's a hard sell to get people to use something else. So I get it, the temptation to get that first. Why aren't people watching? First off, no one really looks at the follower count. People click from like how many are watching currently. That gets you floated to the top, but if you're always on, people will go channel surfing. So it's kind of like a public access show. You just gotta keep doing it. People need to be able to tune in and know when to tune in if they like you. And some people lurk. You know, not everyone gives you a follow right away. I'm one of those people. I rarely follow anyone. I lurk at a lot of channels before I follow. Like, you gotta be consistent, you gotta be funny, and you gotta not advertise for gambling. or questionable sponsors. Any one of those things you don't check off, I'm out. I've also been reading. I've been reading this book called It Ain't Hay. It's a book written in the 40s about marijuana. And it treats marijuana like... It talks about cocaine and heroin and opiate. But it's like nothing's worse than marijuana. It's like an extreme anti-marijuana book. And I bought it because the cover looked awesome. It's like a coffin. And the row for the coffin, like it's like death in the river Styx. And there's a guy in the coffin, and the row is like a cigarette, which doesn't even make sense. It's like
Byzantiev said, all those aggressive weed users.
You say that, but they're like, in the book they call them hay heads, which is so funny to me. And they talk about like, you know, alcohol is one thing, but once they get that hay in them. Anyway, the book has gotten like bad reviews. It's like a to-be turd, but for a book. You know what I mean? It's like a bad movie. It's like yeah. It's like the room of books, because the hero of this book, this is like a part series or whatever, is a public accountant. And like he's going after this guy who wanted his books cooked for tax season.
Sounds like reefer madness.
Yeah. And the guy's like, no, I'm not dealing with any weed heads. And they don't call it weed. It's always marijuana or hay. Because I think this was before weed even was in the pop culture. But yeah, so the main guy is a public accountant, and he gets his ass kicked, and it's like a revenge quest. And you're like, okay, I see where this book is going. It's just going to be like, oh, he's going to, you know, work outside the police and be a vigilante or whatever. But no, he's married, and his wife is like, don't do this. I'm going to leave you if you like keep this like revenge thing. It's like, you're even. You said no to his business, and he kicked your ass. Whatever. He's not going to contact you ever again. And the main guy's like, I don't care. I'm going to choose revenge. And she's like, well, I'm moving out then. And
when
then
I discovered that prohibition was put in place because judges and police officers were drunk on the job, I kind of got it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, alcohol is, it's whatever, you know. But, yeah, at the same time, I feel like more of a problem. But let's not start prohibition too. So anyway, he goes to the police, and he's like, he hits a wall with like what he can find out, and the police are trying to chase down this guy too, because he told them about it. He ratted on him, and the police are just like, leave it to us. We got way more resources, and they even bring in a detective that like was like mangled by this guy that they're chasing. He's like, this guy had years of experience as a detective. And they found him out. TomoFit, I think your seating might be too low. Oh, let's try. You know what? You might be right. My legs got to be straight down. Thank you, TomoFit. I will try adjusting.
How was this not adapted into a film starring Bruce Willis?
Great question, Biz. I don't know. Thank you, TomoFit. I will adjust. Let's try. Is my leg straight now? I think that's better, right? My leg straight down. My butt's on the seat. All right. I think we're good with that. Thank you, TomoFit. It's hard to say. Okay. Back onto it. There we go. That feels better. New bike TomoFit. I'm getting used to it. Oh, you have the same bike? Yes. Smart of them to have their branding like right there in the front. I had a Schwinn air bike, and it was like really old, and I think, I don't know, a lot of stuff was just breaking. I just got sick and tired of it. So I was like, I will invest in a new bike. I really like it. I've heard many good things. My brother is like a much more fit guy than I am. And he was like, you should get one. I go, I don't know. And he talked me into it. He's like, you're investing in, you're like replacing a gym membership. So just think about it like over the course of a year. I'm like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense, but still expensive.
Big fat or big muscle?
I guess more big muscle. He's more skinny. He's more a distance runner. He does marathons every year, like multiple. I got some big muscle cousins too. I would say, I don't know what in our family, but we got like the big boy genes. Like, I'm 6'2" and I feel small. Oh, that's weird. Is it messing up their, like, internal pacing, or what is it? Yeah. They're like, this was actually a slow marathon for me. So, your congratulations mean nothing to me. It's like, yeah, you still did it, though. Okay, I'll never congratulate you ever again. Yeah, that's a weird thing. I feel like I know people like that. Not specifically about marathon, but they just don't like being congratulated about anything. I'm like, you are such a sourpuss. Me, I like to celebrate everything, which is evident by this. Life is too short. You gotta find the good in things. I feel like I have a much happier life. Or even with this, like, I'm a month into it, feeling good. Routine's still going strong.
I think it was because many of them have done marathons before and found it normal.
Interesting. This bike
Thanks
does
for the
wonders at
Prime
interval work.
subscription, Missing Days.
Hey! Thanks for the follow, Missing Days. Didn't you follow before? Well, thanks for following again. Yeah, I see all these programs on the side here. Interval 2010.
Missing Days said, it's a Prime sub now.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I see. Subscribe to the channel. See, I'm always messed up with these verbiages. Well, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. And thanks for watching. Hey. And then my younger brother is a volunteer firefighter. And so, like, he's pretty fit and has to stay active for like that. And then lowly old me, computer programmer, don't do shit, don't contribute shit. Well,
MR_Seeker said, "What did I miss?"
good morning, Mr. Seeker. I did a boo-boo, and I have the cops constantly chasing me. So let's not talk about what I did, but I'm always on the run now.
Byzantiadev said, "I'm the shorter brother at 6'3".
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're taller than I am. I'm 6'2". I'm the tallest of my brothers, but in my family, we have a lot of people that are like 6'5 plus. I'm like one of my younger cousins, Jack.
MR_Seeker
like
said,
6'7".
"You lost
I'm
the
like,
weight
what
count.
the hell?
Of course you will get cops after you."
Yeah, I was like, I'm not being accountable anymore. And they're like, that's illegal. I go, no. I dropped the numbers. The days is gone. The weight is gone. It just gives me too much anxiety. I'll do like weekly weigh-ins. I'll say this, I'm up a little bit. So, we've got some work to do.
Byzantiadev said, "It's become normal now. That's a good sign."
I feel that at 6'2", 6'3", we're at like the max level of like comfortability, right? Like I can't imagine being at all taller, because then I would just absolutely not fit in like a plane seat or a movie seat. The intervals is going to be 20 seconds. Okay, I wondered, because I see 10, 20. I'm like, 10 minutes? 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Ooh, that's a pretty high intensity.
It's weird because for some reason when I gain weight at all, it's always where a fupa might be.
Yeah, that is weird. A lot of people are like, 8 rounds for the assault bike. So let's see, 8 rounds, 30 seconds each. So 4 minutes total. Maybe I'll do that right at the end. Do a high intensity end. People tell me all the time I got a skinny face, but a big fat body. And they're right. But it's like, yeah, I don't choose where my weight goes. I wonder why is that? I mean, thank God I don't have all my belly fat where my head is. If I had a 100-pound head, I'd be laying down a lot. All right, Tomo, because you taught me about it, I'm going to do it. Last 10 minutes of the hour here.
What scares me is when you see people eat
I'm gonna do
themselves
high
to the
intensity
point where
thing.
they can't sit in normal chairs anymore.
Oh, there you go. I'm trying to clear out an area so I can like do push-ups and stuff, seated stuff right here. I gotta move this over. Maybe I could do like right here, like lengthwise. I'm slowly growing my home gym here. I just need to I'm constantly feng shui in this room to make it work. I'm just learning that like all the stuff in this spare room I have, it's just junk I need to throw away or donate. So, slowly but surely. But that is a good idea too. And one, just to keep it interesting. Being on the bike for a whole hour is boring. Like chatting with y'all is fun, but I have dumbbells, I have a kettlebell. I was trying to change up with that. I don't know, I feel like I need to figure out a schedule. I used to have a trainer, and it was great because he had the day broken up. I went 5 days a week. I did back and bis, chest and tris, shoulders, legs, and then last day was a cardio. What's your cals at right now? 218. We're at 30 minutes right now, 31 minutes. Almost 220. But I like that because each day was different. You know, you warm up on the assault bike or the road machine for like 5 or 10 minutes before the workout. Then it's just an hour. I know every day is going to be different. I know every week to week he's going to have me doing different stuff. It's so nice to just not think about that. And something about having the accountability of like a trainer like right there watching you. I always lifted heavier. I always went harder than if I was just like alone. Which I feel like is part of the magic of this. Is like people coming in here and being like, it looks like you're just sitting on the bike. It's like, okay, let me go. Let me step it up. You're right. I'm doing too much talking, not enough working out. Yeah. I think the main thing is just accountability too. And pushing yourself. It's easier to have like your head tell you something's not possible, especially if you haven't worked out before. So to have one person like believe in you. I have some help. I always just have my like pee-wee football, my city league wrestling coaches. Like their like voices are in my head like telling me like, you could go harder. You could go a couple minutes longer. So that is helpful for motivation. But it's like, I understand if you like never did a sport. You don't have that invisible hand helping you along the way, I feel like.
I mentally tell myself off when I need to just get out and exercise.
There you go. Yeah. It takes a little beating up. Sometimes you got to be a little, it's like whiplash. You got to be a little bit aggressive with yourself sometimes. Be like, no excuses, baby. Whiplash is a horrible example. That guy was a piece of shit, but. But you know, something.
Are you
like
rushing or are you dragging?
Yeah. I don't know. Don't throw a drum. That'd be such a good movie, though. Didn't take what I expected. I thought they were going to make it look out like that. That's a good way to do things, but it's really like, spoiler alert if you haven't watched Wishplash, but he kind of alienated everybody to become like, have this one amazing performance. And it's like, is that going to make him a better drummer? Yeah, probably. At what cost, though?
I'm old
wants to
enough
turn
to
into
remember
this
that
guy?
actor as the best J. Jonah Jameson I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a really good impression of himself. I was waiting for Spider-Man to show up. The whole movie. I was like, what the hell? He left the newspaper behind for this? He never talks about it. All right. I'll teach you how to drum again. If you can get me pictures of Spider-Man. And that's the tie-in. After he got fired from the university, he goes and works for the newspaper. No one reads the paper anymore. That's true. And something about... I'm all for paying for journalism. And I've tossed a couple bucks to New York Times or whatever. I don't know. There's just too much shit, though. And I think even if you still pay, I think you still get ads. I don't know if that was just a weird time, or maybe I'm going crazy. But I remember paying, and I like got access to the articles. I'm like, this is great. But there was still like ads, and I was like, I mean, you know, when you're struggling, you got to do every avenue to get the money. I remember just being like, I mean, I guess buying a physical paper, like a quarter of it was always ads. The classifieds, just all ads. There's always the middle, which is like a car dealer ads. I guess... Why did it affect me so much by paying online when it was like the same price? I don't know. I'm just a hypocrite, I guess. Yeah, interesting. Before superheroes were like big money, they were like still like almost like independent movies. They were taking a risk on them. What's up, Bulk Bogan? Yes, I've angered the police. Am I in a white Bronco? Yeah.
Do newer versions of Spider-Man even use the Daily Bugle as a plot point?
I think so. I haven't seen any of the ones with, what's his face? Like, I watched Into the Spider-Verse 1. I think that's the last Spider-Man movie I watched. I didn't watch any of the ones with Andrew Garfield. I didn't watch any of the ones with the newer kid. You know, as weird as they were, I like the Tobey Maguire ones the best. That third one was really such a bummer. I was so excited for Venom. I remember being like, where the hell is Venom in this? Just emo Peter Parker and then too many villains. They made yeah. Wait, and the new ones? I don't even know who it is. All right, we're at 40 minutes. At 50 minutes, I'm going to do interval training, which is like 20 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest. So here we go. Getting ready, getting ready. Still JK. Okay, I didn't know. Yeah. I was like, they would be fools if they replaced him. He's like the perfect. We rest for a few minutes before it? Good point. Thank you, Tomo. All right, we'll do a 3-minute rest at 47 minutes. I'll refill my water real quick, and then we'll get to it. Here we go. You know those like butterflies in your stomach you get before like a big match? Or like even before practice I would get it. When you know you're about to like go hard. You're just like waiting for the coach to blow the whistle. That's what I'm getting right now. Which means, you know, doing the interval thing is the right thing. Pushing myself. Now we've got the routine set in stone here. I've been waking up in the mornings. I've been getting here. Need to ramp it up. Ramp it up. I've got all this set up. This is the hard part. A lot of excuses out of the way. I think with Spider-Man, they kind of blew it a little bit, too. Way too many redos and way too short of a time. They really tried, like, I mean, like, how many times do we need to see an origin story? Just, like, get into it again. You don't need to do, like, a full setup for every Spider-Man change. We get it. We know who he is. We don't need to see the spider bite scene over and over and his parents or his grandpa getting killed. We get it. Same with Batman. You know, Batman, I think, has it figured out.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Can't beat Macho Man. Which is crazy to think. Like, I rewatched that kind of, I think sometime last year. I don't even remember. I was like, Macho Man's in this? Holy shit.
Bonesaw is still internet relevant.
Yeah. Bonesaw is ready. All right, we're getting close.
It was around that time where loads of movies from then are full of modern/old memes.
Yeah, things of the time. It's just like, oh yeah, I forgot that even existed. Or you say something so many times I forget where it's from, and then I'm like, oh, this is where it came from. Yeah. All right. I'm going to refill up my water right now. And then when we come back, I'll rest up a little bit, and we'll finish with interval. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, we'll rest up. Stretch it out. Get ready. Get ready. I don't know why I'm stretching out my arms, but why not? Stretch out my legs. About to do some high intensity at the end of the day, and then we're gonna get the day started. Shower up. I got the day off. Gonna play some Halls of Torment, some Belatro. Here we go. Here we go. 2 minutes to doomsday. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Getting those last minutes of rest. I'm like building up to like this ultimate end to the stream, but I don't know how this program works, so I'm just going to hit the button and see what happens. All right. All right. All right, 49 minutes. Here we go. All right, we'll go at 50. I'll hit the button at 50. $49. Okay. Get into it. Don't start cold. Maybe it'll count me in. We'll see. I'll press it at like 49:30. Let's see what happens. Maybe it's I gotta start it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Work. Okay. Okay, rest. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, back at it. Holy shit. Okay, it's 8 intervals. Okay, rest, rest. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is hard as hell. 2, 1, okay. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Keep going. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Just gotta keep breathing. Okay. Ooh. Come on. 'Sorry for breathing right into 2, 1. Oh shit. Oh shit. The cops are picking up steam. Oh shit. Three, 2, 1. Okay. Holy shit. It's the cops. It's like that slow motion scene where the girl goes into the drug room. The cops, they're here. Oh shit. All right, last rest, last interval, I think, or 2 more. 3, 2, 1. It's the cops. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo.
Missing Days said, "Holy, the room is shaking."
Yeah. The laptop's just on like a rickety little metal shelf. 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Distance 1.3 miles. Calories 42. Average RPM 60. Average speed.
Byzantiadev said, "What if I generated some AiPD style inspirational music?"
Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Push to the AI generated limit. Life is over, razor's edge. All right. Taking it easy for the rest of the stream. We did it. Man, that was a hard 4 minutes. But we did it. We did it. Thank you, TomoFit, for
Good
the
job.
recommendation. Yeah. Take it easy for the rest of the stream here. Woo! If you have suggestions for scary things that I want to run from, drop them in Discord. I want to build up a folder full of gifts to run from. Keep it fresh. Keep it scary.
Is the police GIF a new feature?
Yeah, police GIF. This is what happens when you stream Shrek on your Shrek wall. They don't like that. Oh, hell no. Okay, it's just going into regular. I thought I was about to start the thing again. Nice. Nice. This is the best part about doing
You could
high
do some wacky
intensity
stuff like use a gif of a wrestler running up the ramp at you or something.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. They have the, one of the ones I was going to use is Adam West Batman, because a lot of those scenes in the old Batman were like them running in front of the green screen. So it's like, it just works so perfectly. So I'll get Adam West holding a big bomb. I miss those days. Where's like the weird superhero stuff? Like, stop throwing.
I once read that parents of
millions
kids who
of
like
dollars
the
at
show
stuff.
ask to be cameo roles when the climbing down the building scenes are on.
Yeah, that is a funny thing. Just whoever was on set, have them peek out the window, and then you could tell that like some of the people that like came on for a cameo for like them climbing the side of a building, they just like didn't know the framing, and so they're just like not like looking straight out their window or whatever. I don't know. It's funny. You could tell the director tried to give them the note a couple times, and they're just like oblivious. They're like, but he's just standing up straight. It's like, you doofus. Don't you see the camera over there turned on its side? It's a gag. Have you not seen the show before? That's another lost art form. Just people on the lot do a walk on. Now everyone's like, if I don't get paid, I'm not doing it. It's like, okay. It's because back then there was only like a couple shows to be on, so you just like, yeah, I'll be an extra on whatever. I'll just pop in, shoot my thing in like 5 minutes, and then go do my regular show or whatever. If you tried to do that now, everyone would be fighting over the rights, and we'd have to be like, fine, we'll never do this again. Jeez. I want credit for that episode. It's like, why? Who cares? You think you're part of the Marvel Universe now because you did a walk-on cameo?
Ed Sheeran was on Game of Thrones. That's kind of a cameo.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice one where it's like, I'm not going to make you a main character, but you could be like a dirty soldier in a pile of dead bodies. I'm totally fine doing that. If you want to be in makeup for half an hour, like on top of a bunch of fat guys, be my guest. Proves how much you want to be on the show. We need like cheap superhero. We need the cheesy costume. We need a superhero movie done for like $150,000. Now that's what I want to see. And I don't mean just like I mean like find someone who's hungry for it. And give them like a big name or something. Don't just give me Blue Beetle or something. Like, give me something people are gonna watch. At least toss me that bone.
Godzilla 0 was made for 11 million.
Yeah, there you go. Terrifier 2. Or Terrifier 3 was made for 2 million. Which is crazy. Or maybe that was Terrifier 2? I don't remember. They're all made cheap. Which I feel like, how many billion-dollar flops do they gotta have before they realize, all right, let's go back to lower risk. You know, Marvel kind of cursed it by showing that you can make like $1 billion. And stupid Avatar. Just these random movies, like, they're like, oh, we can be good for the year if we just like put it all into one movie. But I feel like the day is, that's kind of going by the wayside. Okay. Well, enjoy your Mondays. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.
Not if you spend 500 million on marketing.
That's bizarre too. It's like, are you really that secure in your idea that it's going to sell if you're spending that much? You're spending as much as a movie it cost on marketing. That just blows my mind. But, you know, they wouldn't do it if it didn't work. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, I'm taking the weekends off. I'm going to rest up. My legs feel good again. They were starting to feel really cramped up. So,
CYA.
see ya. Have a good rest of your days and see you tomorrow morning. Bye.